Boy, I have been trying to get this video to y'all for the last, I don't know, 45 minutes or whatever else it is, and it's still acting up. But whatever, man. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. I'm Swipa Cam. Hope you having a great day. Hope everything going well for you. I just got done watching the Denver Nuggets playing against the Los Angeles Clippers. Los Angeles Clippers, and I saw the Denver Nuggets absolutely smoke the Clippers. Smoked them. Y'all, there's so much to take away from this game. There's so many great things that happen. And, bro, I'm just glad that we get a chance to see the Denver Nuggets put it all together. They're figuring out how to play together. They're figuring out how to play together as a team. They're figuring out what people like, strengths, weaknesses, all those things. And there's so many great points in this game. And it started off so unconventional. So, like, today, the game started off weird because Jamal Murray was out because he's still nursing the hamstring. And then on top of that, you had Bones Holland out because of what happened with his ankle, all this other stuff. And so there were several things that were happening. So then they started off tonight with Bruce Brown and Contavious Caldwell Pope at the guard position. And it was kind of funky. But what ended up happening was it ended up working out really well, especially defensively, because tonight you had Bruce Brown and Contavia Caldwell Pope dealing with Paul George. And when I tell y'all, they was giving Paul George the business the entire first half of the game. The entire first half of the game, they was giving them the business. And I think this is a trend that needs to be paid attention to. Bruce Brown and Contavious Caldwell Pope held Devin Booker to like 5 of 17 shooting the other night. And then they come back today and they hold Paul George to like 2 of 6 shooting, and then you can tell they're making life difficult for him because they're just hounding him on the perimeter on a consistent basis. So it is just like a great thing to see that the Nuggets have defenders that are of this ilk that are able to get the job done like this. But offensively, Contavious Caldwell Pope tonight had 14 points. He had 2 steals, 2 rebounds, and he shot 4 of 8 4 of 8. He shot 4 of 8 from the field. And you could tell that he's finding himself in this offense. Contavious Caldwell Pope, every shot that he had was basically wide open. And he was slashing to the rim, got a great dunk at the rim off a DHO with Jokic. And then on top of that, he was able to get to his corner 3-point shot. And you could tell that he knows that's his area. It's right off the left side in the left corner, man. And he hit a couple of them today. And again, he had like 10 points in the first quarter. Like he was actually making his presence very much known. And I love what he was doing because he wasn't forcing anything. You could tell that Caldwell Pope is used to playing with LeBron James. He's used to playing sitting here next to uh, Anthony Davis. He just is able to be like a player that knows his role and knows what it is that he's supposed to be doing. So that's the thing I think is my biggest takeaway is that I think KCP defensively, he had great transition defense he was playing. He was manned up on an island playing good defense. And then offensively, he works for Jokic. But y'all, hey man, Bruce Brown is making $6.5 million. He's making $6.5 million this year, and he plays so far beyond that contract because again, defensively, but even offensively, he remember y'all. If y'all don't remember, Bruce Brown plays some like a lot of guard with the Detroit Pistons. So before he went to the Nets, he was playing guard, but he had to transition into a new role. And it just so happens that man, like when you needed to step into a crunch today, he was able to get the job done. So I really like watching him play that guard position. He had 9 points today, 2 rebounds. He had an assist, had a steal. And Bruce Brown shot 3 or 4 from the field as well. So again, he's also one of those other players that's able to work with Jokic and work with the rest of the roster. So shout out to them. Man, Michael Porter Jr. tonight was an absolute sniper. You could tell that Michael Porter Jr. wanted to come into today's game. He didn't want to force the issue. He wanted to make sure he was playing with the team, that he was locked in with what the mission of the team was, and he did it. Tonight he shot 4 of 6 from the field, 3 of 3 from the 3-point line with 3 rebounds, and he also had 1 assist. He had 12 points, and literally, like the LA Clippers announcers, they just couldn't get enough of Michael Porter Jr. They just his shot making ability is just absolutely insane. It's insane. Like his ability to create for himself, but really just his ability to play within the offense. Like him next to Jokic Like, I was even thinking today that if you had Bruce Brown, KCP, Michael Porter Jr., and Aaron Gordon, and that was your starting lineup with Jokic, that would still be a top five, well, higher. They were top six last year. They'd probably be a top four offense in the NBA. That's how good they would be. But a lot of that is just because of the fact that MPJ, just the way he plays, man, he is just the perfect player next to Jokic. That's not high volume on ball usage, but he's able to get to his spots. And even when he's not in his spots, even when he's in a contested position, he's still going to hit the shot. Almost half the time, that's the thing, almost half the time he's going to hit those contested shots. So it just makes him dynamite. Like I said, man, all star potential, man. We'll see what happens, man. But he played good defensively today, too. Like, I don't want to sell him short. He played good defensively today, too. So shout out to him. Bounce back game. Aaron Gordon had on 5 of 10 shooting, had 12 points and 5 rebounds, had an assist as well. Had some really good contests at the rim. You also had a steal, man. Again, man, Bruce Brown, KCP, Aaron Gordon. That's going to be a theme. You're going to hear it a lot this year. That those three players next to Jokic, Murray, next to Porter, next to Bones, they're going to make a lot of things happen defensively for this team. So shout out to Aaron Gordon tonight. He had a great putback today as well. All the starters, by the way, they were all positives in the plus minus. That's a big deal for me because that's the first time it happened in the preseason. So the fact that they were all a plus in the plus minus is really good information because now that you know they're starting to figure it out. And this is again without Jamal Murray in the lineup, so it was just huge. From the bench, man. I mean, there's so much we got to talk about here. The first two things, I got to shout out Calvin Booth. Calvin Booth took a shot on Christian Brown, and he was 5 of 11 tonight. He had 12 points. Uh, Christian is just a great slasher. He's a great slasher. He's great at getting to his spot. He's aggressive getting to the rim. Now, body wise, he's still figuring out how to be strong when he gets to the point because he tends to float away from the basket a little bit, like whenever he's shooting, about to get a layup or something like that. But he got transition, he's going to dunk the ball. Like, they have more dunkers this year than they've had, I think, in the Michael Malone era and more athletes. Because even on the bench, you got Davon Reed, Bruce Brown, Christian Brown, Peyton Watson, Blocko Chanchar, Zeke Naji, and you also had DeAndre Jordan. So it was just great, man. And by the way, shout out to Jokic. Jokic has literally shot the ball 3 times in preseason. He got all he needed, he said, in Eurobasket and in Eurobasket and then in the World Cup qualifier. So I just don't think he's just not worried about it at all. I mean, he's going to come out and score at least 25 points probably opening night unless he has 20 and 10, 20 and 10 assists. 20 and 10 assists. And that's very much possible. Like, there's a reality this year, y'all, where Jokic averages 24 points a game, 10 assists, and 12, 13 rebounds. I mean, that's a legit thing. It could really happen. Maybe 9 assists, but 24, 9, and 12, and dumb efficiency, and it's like not trying, and everybody else is just going bonkers. Yeah, man, that might just be what it is. Like, it's just crazy to watch, but you just know that he could dominate his matchups. Like, if he could Zubac, he was doing his best to stay with him, but he even started fouling him early on. But by the way, y'all hit that like button while you're here, man. Let's get it up. Hit that like button. We got this whole new little setup we're doing because technology is going crazy, man. But we're gonna get a video out. Technology gonna keep hating on us, but we're gonna keep getting these videos out. Hit that like button, please, please. Davon Reed today, 4 of 8 from the field. He had 10 points. Davon Reed had some good spots today. He had some good moments today where he showed up and did what he was supposed to do. Like I said, man, the second unit is just different. Now it's Bones Highland, Davon Reed, Christian Brown, Jeff Green, Zeke Naji, DeAndre Jordan. They're all bigger. They're all bigger and they all got defensive capabilities. That's what I love. That's what I love about what Calvin Booth has done so far. Davon Reed tonight looked good in spots. Zeke Naji had 13 points and 8 rebounds today, was 5 of 6 from the field, was strong on the glass, contested at the rim twice. I mean, some real like big boy contest at the rim today. Again, another Calvin Booth shout out, man. I don't want to let too much time go by before I say something. But Peyton Watson, man. Peyton Watson was playing point guard at different points in time today. Peyton Watson was on the wing. Peyton Watson was contesting bigs at the rim. At the rim, he was getting steals. Peyton Watson looks like a guy that has all NBA level defensive capabilities. All NBA defensive capabilities. Look, I'm gonna get the issue in a minute, bro, but I can't. I mean, Calvin Booth was right. I see division. I see the vision. I see why he chose Peyton Watson and Christian Brown. Those are a 6'6" and a 6'8" long defenders, and Peyton Watson has the highest upside of both of them. But then Ismail Kamagate's coming up too, man. I was really impressed with Peyton Watson today. He was huge. But look, man of the hour on the bench, Ish Smith has been excellent. He's been excellent. I mean, the dude had 15 points. He had 15 points. He had 8 assists, and he had 4 rebounds today. 15, 8, and 4 on 7 of 11 shooting on 64% from the field. Ish Smith was a throw-in a KCP deal, and it turns out that he might be the best third point guard on an NBA roster this season. Ish Smith has been incredible. He was getting past Norman Powell to the basket on multiple occasions. Ish Smith was taking care of business. Ish Smith was getting to the mid-range, hitting it. To the rim, hitting it. He was facilitating for other people. He is suddenly fast. Like sudden quickness, sudden speed, where he literally is just dribbling or he's standing still, then all of a sudden he's in the paint and it's a wrap. So I'm really excited, man, like because I think that he has real potential that if Bones Highland has to miss time, he's going to be very capable. If Jamal Murray has to miss time and he needs to come off the bench, he's going to be very capable. And I think even him next to Bones at times, they're going to need to put some defense out there. So DeAndre, maybe Zeke, and Jeff, y'all going to have to lock up, but they're going to be able to do a lot of things together. I'm really, really glad that Ish is here. I really am because he's just shown everything, man. He's a pro's pro, just like DeAndre Jordan, and he's able to get the job done, man. Like they're just good, man. Like they're just committed. Like they're just committed to each other. They're committed to an identity and to the team. And then again, the bench played well in the second half. The only players that were in a minus in the second half on the bench were Devon Reed, Blacko Chanchar, who didn't play great today, but played good in spots. He had 11 points today. And Chasen Randall, who, is not going to play this year at all. So the Denver Nuggets have a squad, man. I think I said on Twitter, I think they have a chance. They have the makings of a true contending squad. True contending squad. They're surrounded by defenders. They have a lot of shooters. Offensively, they're going to be. They should be the best in the NBA offensively. But if they can just hold their own spots as they close games, yeah, defensively, they're just figuring it out, man. But like I said, there's so much potential here, man. I'm really, really encouraged with what they did. I'm really encouraged with what they did. I'm really encouraged how the starters look today. Yeah, the first quarter, KCP had 10 points. KCP had 10 points in the first quarter. And everybody that played in the first quarter was in the positive as well. Like I said, they put it on. They put it on the Clippers immediately as soon as the game started. And then in the second quarter, Michael Porter Jr. had 9 points, and he was 3-3 from the three-point line and went crazy. So, y'all, it's going to be great. I'm really excited, man. Hey, by the way, Truth in Basketball is launching tomorrow. Debut show with Coach George Karl, Truth in Basketball with Coach Karl and Swipa is launching tomorrow. Make sure y'all subscribe, please. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all share so we can continue to build this up. I got some great content coming for y'all this week and the rest of the year. It's going to be great. 1,000%. 1,000% Peyton Watson can break into the rotation. If he plays, if he continues to get better and he's able to be a top guard wing on this roster, you can trust him. Malone can trust him, and he's locking up. Oh, yeah, he's playing. Yeah, he seems like he could be a Malone guy, possibly, y'all. But look, y'all, I appreciate y'all working with me. Appreciate y'all waiting on the video. Technology issues, but y'all my people, y'all. Hey, Swipe gang, subscribe, like. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Coach Karl, Truth in Basketball. You know what time it is, and we out.